Hi YouTube, it's your 24-bit game reviewer here. I'm here to give you another pickup video. So this is volume 2 of the pickups, and I'm probably going to continue giving you these once a month. I'm not including any of my comic pickups or music pickups or DVD pickups or anything along that line. This is just strictly video games. So without any further ado, let's start this off because this is a fairly large one. Well, at least for me it's fairly large. So we're going to start off here with a Genesis third-party controller. This one cost me $2. And it is a Blockbuster exclusive third-party controller. So this is what they used to give out anytime somebody rented the Genesis. Next on the list is a Super Nintendo controller. This is an actual licensed one. It says Super Nintendo across the top, unlike the third parties that just say Nintendo. This one cost me $5, I think. Nothing terribly awesome, just I only have second-party ones, so it's kind of nice to have a first-party one. Needed another one anyway. It's got a nice long controller on it, which is good. Now, I'm not a big sports collector. I'm really not, but I do have a couple sports games. I went through the thrift store and found a few for like $1. And, you know, don't spend too much at a thrift store if you're going to go in there. Try and keep it at the low level, because I've been noticing a trend of everything kind of going higher and higher in prices. It's not worth it. The more you buy like that, the more they're going to price like that. So just ease up a little bit on it. Buy it if it's an actual good price. So for $1, I got Cool Borders 2. It's an okay game. It is complete, decent condition. There's a few little scuffs and stuff on the back, but nothing too bad. It does play, and I had it when I was a kid, so I figured for $1, why not have that little sense of nostalgia there. And speaking of nostalgia, again, I'm not a sports person. I only pick up for the Nintendo when it comes to sports, and that's just to get a complete collection. However, for the Genesis, there are 2 sports titles that I really wanted, and one of them is NHL 94, and the other one is NHL 97. The reason why is me and my friend used to play this game a lot, and for $1, it's nice to have. I know in retail stores they usually hit in about $7, $8, so for $1, I'll take them. And one of them is complete with the manual, the other one is not. Next, I've mentioned in my last video that I'm not much of a PC gamer and don't really collect much for PC games. However, when I do see one, I will pick one up that's decent. So I found Quake Wars, the collector's edition. This was $3, so I mean it wasn't all very expensive for me to pick up, and it's a collector's edition. It has complete in box, has everything in there, all the little side panels and different cards and stuff in there. It's actually a fairly decent set. I've looked through it there. And the next one that I got for PC is Final Fantasy XI, and this is complete. This has the game, this has all the add-on content for it, and I paid $3 for this, and it's factory sealed. So it's the only reason I picked it up. If it weren't factory sealed, I definitely wouldn't have picked it up. But I mean, this is nice to have, and it's good for trades. So I mean, I might end up trading that for something for somebody that actually wants a PC game. If there's any PC gamers out there, message me. Next, this is a Namco little arcade stick. You actually just plug it into the back of your TV there, and you get to play, I think, 5 games. It's got Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position, Galaga. Those are 3 great games. I was a big fan of Pole Position when I was a kid. And then Mappy, which I never really played too much, but it's cool. Probably I'll never play it, but it is nice to have on the shelf. It just looks nice. That's really all I did, and I paid a whole $1.99 for that. So it was worth the extra $1 or $2 in my lot that I picked up. Next, I'm getting into my cart games. There's going to be cart games, then some disc games, and then cart games again. It's a little bit of a mix-up, but I'm going in order of least favorite to wow. That's pretty awesome. But we'll start off here. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This was free, and I'm sure damn happy that it was, because this game is not a very good game. I've never seen a Terminator have to punch just a random enemy or a random guy 20 times just to knock him down. It should be one punch done, dead. That's it. Unfortunately, this one takes about 20, and I'll probably cut to a scene right now. Anyway, don't pick it up unless you get it for free or pay $1 for it, or if you're trying to collect, I guess get it, but that's the only reason I grabbed it. Next, we've got an unlicensed Tengen game, and it's Fantasy Zone. This is an awesome little side-scrolling shooter. You're bug, yeah, you shoot everything on the screen, you get some money, you get to upgrade yourself. These Tengen games are getting pretty expensive and pricey lately. On average, they're at least $10, but I mean, this one was a $14.99 that I got for free on store credit, so that's the only reason I grabbed it. But it is a good game, and it does add to my non-licensed games, so I mean, not really trying to collect them, but when I see them and it's a decent game at a decent price, I pick it up. So that's why I have that one. Now this was another free game on store credit, and I'm quite glad I came across it. This is an awesome gem, and if you've never played it, you should really go out and try it. Power Blade. Awesome, awesome little action-adventure game. Like you get to upgrade your little bow there, or your little boomerang there. You can shoot up to 2 at a time, it gets stronger. It's just an awesome game, and anybody that's played it before, you know, message in there, let everybody know just how good of a game this is. If you can find it, pick it up. Well worth it. But this was another free one for me, so happy I got that. And then finally, I know I've got a lot of free Nintendo games, but this is my last free Nintendo game. I got it because I did an order online, and you get something free with ordering, and this is what I chose, which, excellent game. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Awesome game. Great music, great gameplay. I mean, it is a Capcom Disney game. I've said it a million times. Can't go wrong with a Capcom Disney game. Alright, next little card adventures. Now I'm kind of surprised I came across this for the price that I did, just because they're becoming harder and harder to come across, especially complete and boxed. But I've got a Sega Master System Aztec Adventure. This one cost me $1.99. I can't believe it only cost me. It's got a little writing there, and the case is got a little flap on it. But it is complete, and it has the manual. The manual's in good condition. There's no writing in it. It's a little bent up, but nothing too bad. I mean, it even comes with the original receipt from 1986 in here, which is kind of cool that that's in there. I mean, whatever. It's not collecting reasons, but it is kind of cool that it's in there. And yeah, happy I got that one. Adds to the whole Sega Master System collection, but this is the one for the Sega Master System I'm pretty happy that I got. It's Rambo 2. Oh yeah, Rambo 2. Game is kind of plays like Akari Warriors, just a little bit nicer, a little bit smoother. You don't die quite as often. Fun game. This one cost me $7. Again, any type of Master System game under $10 and it's complete, which again, look in there, complete. I'll pick it up, just because it's harder and harder to come across these things. I'm going to come into some of the newer games that I got here, which, again, I'm a collector of the new, but I don't really talk about it too much. But we've got Metro 2033, awesome game. Kind of surprised, went on a whim with a suggestion from a buddy, said just to try the game out. Found it for $14, had to pick it up and try it. And you know what? It is just as good as the guy said. Waylon, if you're watching, thank you. Awesome game. Well worth the pick up. Next, we've got for the DS, and this is more for Q&A's collection, but it's still something I wanted to try anyway. And that's Princess Peach, or Super Princess Peach. This is an emotional wreck of a game. You gotta toy with her emotions just to get things going. She'll cry to make things grow. She'll do a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's an interesting game. I didn't play a lot of it, but I played enough to know that it is a good game. And it's rare to find a Super Mario game that doesn't really have Mario as a starring lead. He actually gets captured by Bowser through it. So hey, you end up having to be Peach. Next in the line of the pickups is we've got Bioshock Infinite. Picked this one up because it's Bioshock and I loved the first one, and I've kind of figured this one would have more of a feel of the first one, and it really does. It's an excellent game. IGN's giving it a 9. Lots of sites are actually giving it a really good rating, and it's well worth it. It seems a little shorter. I haven't beat it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm only a couple minutes away, or like a scene or two away from beating it. And it is shorter, but I could see the replay value in this. It's lots of fun. Give it a shot. You know, if a buddy's got it, go over and play it. I don't know if I would say pick up the full price on it. Wait for it to drop a little bit, but it's really good. Next, we are going into the last 4 things that I'm going to be talking about, and we've got a complete in box, pretty much mint Kirbys Adventure. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it there, that little corner there is a little smudged up, but everything else got shine, looks really good. It's complete. It's got the manual in it right here, also really good condition. So that's awesome. Pretty happy about that. I was never a big fan of Kirby when I was a kid, but I always wanted to really get into it. I played it later on in life and loved it after, I think it was out for almost 10 years by the time I played it. But I absolutely loved it, so to find it complete in box was pretty happy to do, and that one cost me 20 bucks. Now for an additional 20 bucks, and this was a little pricey, I probably shouldn't have paid as much, but it is by far one of my favorite games of all time. A lot of people hate it. I absolutely love it. But Friday the 13th, complete in box. It's got the manual in there. This box is in absolute mint condition. There's a few little scuffs on the corner. That's fine. I don't care. It's so worth it to me. I've played through and beaten this game so many times. So much fun for me. And I urge anybody to go out and give it a real shot. Like, don't get frustrated that you die. Just start over again. Eventually you get the hang of it. You know where you need to go. You know what you need to pick up. Awesome, awesome game. And the back is a little bit of a joke too. Like, well, not a joke, but it's funny to read. It's kind of lame. The last thing I am going to get into here, or the second last thing, sorry, that I'm going to get into is I managed to come across this. I've never really come across it in the wild, but it is a Genesis 1, and it's got the power base converter on it, so I can play Master System games with this little slot right here. I can just plug the Master game right in there, and right here it plays the Master System, or Sega Master System cards right in there too. Awesome little addition to it. It's got a little hole so that the light lights up. I mean, this is an actual licensed converter for the Genesis. Kind of new age in my opinion, because for the most part I don't think any other systems give backwards compatible systems at this time. So coming across that, really cool. Cost me 30 bucks, and it's worth more than that because I'm pretty sure it's a rarer part of the system. Very final thing now that I'm going to get into. If anybody's a fan on the Facebook page, you've already seen it, but I've got to do it on the pickup video. We have got a complete in-box Famicom Chrono Trigger, mint condition. The box is a little scuffed up, but the game itself is mint condition. Manual is also in equally just as good condition. It's got the inlay for it. We've got the Chrono Trigger game, still got the bag for the game, and the manual, which is actually in surprisingly darn good condition. I only wish I could read the darn thing, but I mean, really good. Happy I got this thing, and P&P Games actually did a special order for me for this one, so I'm thank you very much to the P&P Games. Again, one of the best stores in Winnipeg for retro gaming, and that's not trying to be a plug, that's just how I truly feel about it. So again, Chrono Trigger, complete in box. Alright, thanks for joining me. This has been your 24-bit game reviewer and your Pickups Volume 2. Remember to always push the continue button. You always find